Hi Pisces, I'm so excited. Spiritual Barbie here. Welcome back to my channel, everybody, the Spiritual Barbie Tarot. Happy New Year, everybody. This is your January 2025 tarot reading. Let's just get started with me. Let's see what's in store. I'm so excited. All right, Pisces, what's in store for your month? Happy New Year, everybody, once again. I'm wishing you guys an amazingly positive, abundant, self-reflective, and perspective shifting, magnanimously abundant, goal achieving, educating, enlightening, growth filled, love filled New Year. I'm wishing you everything. All right, let's get into it. Wow. Oh my gosh. I was like, wow. I was talking and then, wow, abundance. Oh my gosh. You guys are going to be in a state of flux and abundance, positivity, pregnancy. Pregnancy, hint, hint. You guys are going to be in a state of joy and abundance all month long. You're going to be receiving prosperity and nurture and love and support. You guys are so straightforward. You were dealing with people who they meant what they said. You know, that if you know what I'm saying, that if they said that you will end up at McDonald's, you know what I'm saying, they really meant what they said. That's crazy, right? But you told them that it was just a joke and you really meant what you said, and then you viraled out, remember? So it's like, oh, you know what I mean? You were always trustworthy and truthful. You were straightforward, direct, and reliable. And I feel like you got something going for you. You're mad professional. And like you got a big gig. Oh my gosh. And you were dealing with somebody who really, they were so honest. And then it's like this month, you can expect a magical new beginning and prosperity. And you can expect your dreams to come true this month. Just expect it. Wow. Some seeds you planted for are growing, and then you're going to be planting new seeds. Some of you guys have been wanting to practice your craft, and you're going to be practicing your craft. Yes. I feel like you guys, wow, you have a foundation of truth. I feel like you just stuck. Wow, what are you guys doing? I feel like Pisces, you just stuck with it. You just picked up something. It's like you guys love playing outside and you love trees and foliage and you love playing Magic School Bus on your computer and stuff and bumping me out of the way, even though I'm also a Pisces as well. Whatever. And you love being on your phone and stuff like that. And then you just kept loving it and getting more interested in it. And then you just got a career in it. You met the love of your life on it. You met the love of your life at school. You met the love of your life while you were getting your master's, while you were getting your bachelor's, while you were getting your PhD. You met the love of your life while you were working at your job in a lab as the head of the lab, as the person who is the director of funding because you get the best research funding. And then the person walking in to sign that paper, that letter from Pfizer. We're all aiming for Pfizer. The person who did it, they proposed to you. Oh my gosh, wow. You just stuck with it. And you just keep on getting that. Oh my goodness. And then you just love trees, and then you just became an ecologist. You just were always interested in skin and hair and how that happened, and you became a geneticist. My gosh. You became a beautician, a lab technician for one of these major companies, for Estee Lauder, I believe, for Kylie Cosmetics, for Milani, you know. You just, and then now you make it, and so it's Leaping Bunny certified and vegan. Because you always loved trees. And you loved animals and snails and worms and stuff. And birds. And your mom and dad. And you wanted to know where you came from. And you also love Matthew McConaughey, and that's why he looks like Matthew McConaughey in the back. He looks like Matthew McConaughey. If you bought this deck, you'd be like, is that Matthew McConaughey? Anyways, you just need to, your advice is to keep going and remember that you've traveled this. You already walked around this whole thing. they're just making you circle back around and take up Sacagawea and go with her because she knows about the varieties of the plant species and the animal species around and stuff like that. So bring Sacagawea. But you already went. You didn't need Clark. But he's your homie and stuff. So it's like you're fly. Whatever you're dealing with, whatever you're focused on, you're the queen of it. You are just at home and they are just at your service, bowing as you crown them and coronate them. And you just, all you have to do is get dressed and look fly and be gorgeous. That's it. And then that's all you need to do. And then you just receive most of the money and then you divvy it out and stuff like that. And if you want them beheaded, somebody beheads them before you even finish saying it because you're the queen. And then you just are practicing your craft. You're manifesting something new. You're working in your field. You know, you're getting the documents approved. And so you can start constructing that. You can start building up that new office. You know, you can start renting out your new building that you renovated, and you could start taking up new tenants. You could start offering affordable housing, and that was always what you were doing it for because it didn't make sense. Why can't people get housing but it's cold outside? And it's because this was your life's calling. Even though it's death, it's also birth. There's a baby girl and her grandma, and you know how I feel about grandmas and baby girls. That was my journey in spirits. In trees. Okay, in trees and spirits. And it's like, this was what you were always meant to do. You just always loved it, and it was innate to you. You guys also dealt with people that were very truthful and honest and insightful and incredibly intelligent. And they helped you expand and realize that you don't have to fake passion with people. It's real. You just got the most positive form of communication. You got an amazing, sweet text message that was honest. You could trust it. And it might not have been that sweet, but it was straightforward. And it was what you wanted to hear. It didn't matter. It was what you wanted to hear. They didn't even care to be like all frilly about it because they didn't feel like doing that because they don't have feelings. They just know everything. But they're not rude because they know that it's stupid to be rude. So you just got this certification. You got this doctorate. You have this license. You have this position that is above, that is, at the top. Because you worked for it and because they wanted to celebrate you. And you already got it in the recent past. And then it's like, this is your family. It doesn't matter if this is your real family, your family that you created, your family at work, your family that you hired and created that workforce, your family of people who follow you, you know what I'm saying, and they subscribe to you, so because they love you and because they want you in their heart at all times. They want to be easily accessible to you and they want you to be able to easily access them. They're your family. You know what you're talking about. You're so truthful and honest. You're so funny. You're so direct. You always having their back. You always pulling up with the information that when somebody's trying to screw them over, it's like, you're like, no, that's against the law. Right? King of Swords. He's a lawyer. You got Abigail on the side. Let's go. And it's like, now you're the queen. It's just, you just keep on, you're like, I can't go much higher. Whatever. And then you're being queened. It's your coronation. It's not even your inauguration. It's your coronation. Because you're the victor. Because you're fly. You're so fly. That's why. You're in shape. Wow. You're like me taking the E train and skating past all the D boys. And they already know what to do because I got my fro. And they were hating on me. And getting to it. And you didn't even know that the D-boys loved you. You just would swipe them in sometimes. And sometimes you'd just be goofy and laugh off. And you didn't even care they jumped the turnstiles, but you judged them a little bit because you knew the rates would go up. But whatever, it's like, that's your homie anyway. Whatever. It's annoying, but who cares? And then it's like, you're gonna be receiving so much, and it's because they loved you. I feel like there was jealousy. You didn't even notice it. Like, that's how much above you were over it. And then a new beginning. This is the new beginning of all new beginnings. And this is the new beginning that you were gunning for, and here it is. You don't even need to bake the cake. The cake is outside. Crystal just thought she was going to order you a cake. So she just ordered you a cake, and you wanted a cake, and you go outside, and it's outside. You still have the cake mix, but there's a nice Dominican cake outside. Like, wow. Alyssa just made you a cake. And she put a teaspoon of everything in it. And then here's what it is. It's because you're amazing. You're so dedicated. Like, you're so loving and supportive. You weren't even paying attention to her goofy. She was just, this chick is such a hater. She's such a hater. She got arrested. And then it's like, she needs you to bail her out. You know, she didn't get approved for her car loan. So she doesn't have a car. Her mom and her are not talking because she's always laughing at her mom when she's going to work to provide for her. So she threw her out when she was 27 and not getting it together. So her mom didn't even come pick her up. But you even might have came and picked her up if you felt it in your heart of hearts and if you had time off from work. So you're going to just have it. You're about to get it. Oh my God. Like, Iggy, you're about to just get it. I know it's like, what? You're just, whoa. And they were hating. Oh my gosh. They were hating on you, the sun. But it cast out all that darkness. And this is your town. And you be picking up the garbage and stuff. So everybody looks out for you. You just be pulling in the trash bins. When they didn't care, they just left it in the street and the wind blew over the lid and all that stuff. You just pulled it in for them because you had time off. Somebody was just looking out for you. It's like, what? Like, you already thought, like, going into the month, you already thought you had it all because whatever this is, you were just gunning for the top. But you weren't even gunning for it. You just kept on reading. So you just got there. When you keep reading, eventually you get at the end of the book. If you just keep reading the book, eventually it's the very end of the book. Eventually you filled out enough characters and there's no more characters that this platform, this software can support. And then you got there. And then you're getting even more, and then you're about to get so much more. Like, what kind of a month is this? Your advice is to keep going. Your advice is to keep going. Oh my goodness. Because you're about to break out of stuff. It's like you're going to discover something. Like, I feel like there's a land or an island that hasn't even been discovered. You're going to discover it. You better cite your source. Don't hate. And it's because it's like, yeah, there was haters, but they were just lazy. They didn't even know. They had no confidence. They weren't fiery and fly and fun. They were just depressed and lazy and unhygienic and boring and devastating. They were devastating. And then you just got away from them. And when you keep going, you're just going to get away from even more. You didn't even know that they were that devastating. I feel like nobody even knew. And you're getting away from them too. You didn't even realize that they were thwarting. I like that is so crazy. How delusional are you? Like you didn't even notice it, and then you're just getting it, but you're not even delusional. Delusional in a good way. It's good to be delusional. I'm delusional. Hello. Check my reps. I'm super delusional. But then check me out. And then cash me out. Done. And then here's what it is. They're just hating. They're haters. And then you don't even talk snip, snip. Snip, snip. You don't even talk to them. Snip, snip. You know what I'm saying? They just snip, snipped. It just got cut out. And then you're just crafting with your Michael stuff. You're just crafting the magician. You're just crafting and planting stuff. And you didn't even notice that redhead. He's adorable. But where's his mom? His mom needs her garden landscaped. And she's rich. Is that a credit card? Oh no, that's a shopping cart. I was like, wait, does that kid have a credit card in his hand? And then it's like, she thinks you're hot. She's single and so are you. What? Make sure she pays. But even if she doesn't, it's like, she lives in a really ritzy town and there's a lot of development and building going on and they all want landscaping. That's your life. And then you got a down payment approved. Wow. If you're just going to be cutting out the nonsense and you're advised to just cut it out. Like if they're talking and then you're talking something different and they're talking something else and it's not even it, you just cut them out. Ew, just ew, cut them out. Snip, snip. Pop the pill. Get rid of that infection. Who cares? There's a solution. You're being advised to keep going and you're being advised to remember and understand that there's a further expansion coming in for you and that you're going to expand your enterprise and that your ships are also coming in. 3 of Wands. What you sent out for is coming in. You're just a big thinker. And you think so big that you're a dreamer. You just are a big thinker. So it's like nobody thinks that big, so it's a dream because they don't think that big. And you didn't even know. You even thought that you were bound by the laws of physics, and you didn't even know that some laws of physics, you can even get through them. I mean, some laws are broken every day, and nobody even saw that. And there you are. And you wouldn't have had it if you didn't break the law. So be aware of people and circumstances in your way that serve as a test of your will. As you're tested, remain in a high vibration to show the world how bright you shine. Remain highly vibrating. They're just a hater. Sometimes they're just depressed. This is a very auspicious time. The outcome will bring happiness and prosperity. Some of them are just hungry. And like they don't have anything to eat. And you're so generous. Just keep being who you are. Because you might have just linked up with somebody who's really amazing and their dad is really rich or their mom is an heiress and really rich and a tech billionaire, but they're just fighting with them and so they're not living with them and they're on hard times and they're just really nasty. But if you help them out, they have amazing connections. They just don't use it because they're fighting with their parents. And because you help them out, because they've learned a lesson about life, they might actually heal their rift with their parents. And then they might be like, oh, why did you heal your rift with your parents? Why did you want to deal with this again? And then they might be like, oh, well, Pisces helped me out. And they'll be like, oh my gosh, let me just settle you. Let me give you a gift. Like my child is my gift, And we weren't talking. That's the way life works. There's just this ever-ending, ever-growing link between one another. And it's attracted, it's powered by your thoughts and your dreams and your desires. And then in this scenario, sorry to say it, but you're the teacher. Sorry to the haters, sorry to anybody else that thinks that they're going to be telling you stuff. Like, you're the teacher. And a divine partner is on your path. This will be a love like you've never known before. You're about to have a divine partner on your path. And they're going to love you like no one has ever loved you before. They're in love with you. There's so many people I love. And this person is like an example of that. Of where there could be so many people that you love and so many people that this person loves. But there's still never been a love like this that you have known before. In a sense, that the way that they're going to be loving you. So that's what I have for you, Pisces. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. I'll talk to you guys all again very soon. Next time. Bye-bye.